Hello, I'm Nate Shubat, a volunteer with Breaking the Chains Church. When I look for signs of God's presence in the world, the first place I look is at the worship services we have with the men at the Felmers Chaney Correctional Center in Milwaukee and the Kenosha Correctional Center in Kenosha. And now I know the idea of God's presence at a worship service seems obvious, almost cliched. But there's something more to this. The Breaking the Chains church worship services, they're so simple, so sincere, so genuine. I think that's probably the way it was in the early days of the church. No one's worried about the polish. No one's worried about the performance. And I think that simplicity makes it easier to see God's presence there around the table. Another example of God's presence there is the fact that you look at the men around the table. We're all there, incarcerated, unincarcerated. We're there following very different paths, leading very different lives, very different experiences and perceptions. Yet despite all these differences, there we are, together, coming together to talk about our faith and our life and how those two come together and how we're going to use that to move forward to build God's kingdom here on earth. Teaching each other, learning from each other, lifting each other up, regardless of where we came from or how we got there. That's a sign of God's presence in the world. After all, Matthew tells us that Jesus himself said what? Where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, I am there also.